Maxspeed TV, full throttle run. Broadcasting great chat, second to none. League action, racing under the sun. Maxspeed TV, where the fun's never done. Oh, legends, more than that comes alive. Maxspeed TV, where the racers thrive. Tires burn, the crowd leans in. This is where the action begins. Oh, Maxspeed TV, full throttle run. Broadcasting great chat, second to none. League action, racing under the sun. Maxspeed TV, where the fun's never done. Drivers chase the checkered dream. Adrenaline flows like a rushing stream. The track's a stage, the crowd's a song. Every lap keeps pulling you along. Oh, Maxspeed TV, full throttle run. Broadcasting great chat, second to none. League action, racing under the sun. Maxspeed TV, where the fun's never done. Wheels and sparks ignite. Under the lights of fierce delight.
Welcome back, race fans. Tonight we are here with the OP Super Speedway Unlimited Series Season 18, round number 2 here at Talladega, sponsored by our one and only Bubba Winningham Chevyland out there. Big shout out to Bubba Winningham for coming on and sponsoring tonight's event here tonight. We'll get a good look at that Chevyland car here this evening. Mr. Bubba Winningham down there. But how is everybody doing out there here tonight? Looks like we have Brennan Kennedy, Belva out there, Grover, and Mr. Stephen Lane out in chat here this evening. Of course, everybody big shout out to, again, Stephen Lane. Everybody give Stephen a big round of applause out there for coming out and helping me throughout the year and everything that he's done over here at OP. Don't worry. Y'all will, I'm sure, see him again every now and then. So he's not going anywhere. He's just going to, step back a little bit and help me out on occasion. So, Stephen, again, buddy, a big shout out to you. We already have the points pulled up here tonight on the stream after round number 1. As we look at it here, this is, of course, it's the playoff picture, but, with it only being, the second race, we're not really too concerned with that playoff picture right at the moment. This is just the point standings going into the next, into tonight's event. So, English, Sanchez, Elliott, Winningham, Martinez, Hunt. Looks like, Thorens, Kilday, Lockwood, Mann, Logston, McNeese, Posey, Ward, Rothery, Miles, Rinkin. Is that how you pronounce his name? I hope. Kuhn and Shepard is going to be in our lineup here tonight in our point standings. Of course, I did kind of change a few things up. I'll work on it as we get later on in the season or throughout the week. But Talladega tonight, going to be a little bit longer of a race, but oh well. 100 laps here tonight at Talladega. Should be a good one. If everybody is familiar with Talladega racing, then, these guys are going to be bumper to bumper. 3 wide guaranteed out here tonight. So, we'll definitely see it. It looks like a pretty good crowd out here in the lobby here too. Taking a look at our pre-race analytics here. Track temp 119 degrees. That is extremely hot out there. Let's hope that that temperature comes down some, because if it doesn't, these guys are going to be slipping and sliding throughout the whole race here tonight. So, but man, yeah, you could definitely cook an egg out there on that racing surface. 100 laps, 266 miles. Tires, well, it's unlimited tires. 42% fuel. So now I've got it 12 to 18 laps. It could be a little more, a little less than that, but that's what we're going to go with for now. Now, pit road here at Talladega is 55 miles an hour, and I'll say it again, folks. If you make a mistake on pit road, whether it be by yourself or with, some other drivers, it's definitely going to cost you some time, possibly the race as well. So, going to have to be careful coming down a pit road. Going to have to be careful getting into your pit box, as well as getting safely off of pit road and onto the back stretch where you come back on the track. So we'll definitely watch pit road here tonight. Pace speed, let's hope we don't see a whole lot of that. I know last week, according to, I think, Bubba, Winningham, yeah, Bubba actually mentioned to me that they had only 2 cautions last week for the opener, which was an amazing race. I missed it, but I know these guys know how to put on a show, so not surprising that they definitely put that that Daytona race in the books. And yeah, so about roughly 15 laps or so. Yeah, that's why I put it at 12 to 18, because I wasn't for sure. I knew it'd be somewhere around in that ballpark. Now, the session came up a little late. They'll probably advance it here pretty soon, probably within the next minutes. They will get into qualifying. So while they do that, while we finish up practice and get into qualifying and let more drivers get in here, we're going to step aside, play the national anthem provided by Madison Rising. So hang tight, folks. Qualifying, hopefully, will be underway when we come back.
skies. What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the free, and the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. Stand of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the free, in the
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching Maxspeed TV.
Maxspeed TV full throttle.
Alrighty, folks, we're back, qualifying underway. Steven, Mr. Lane, decided to sneak in here while we was getting everything squared away for qualifying, and he about scared me. I about jumped out of my shorts.
Well, you know, you got to pop in on you from time to time, make sure you're doing things right to keep things going. That, you know, that I had been carrying on my back for so long. My back's hurting, but hey.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. I know it's been a long year for everybody, and not just myself, but for everybody. And I think everybody's ready to get 2025, in the past and get on with 2026. And these guys are just getting started for this season. Daytona last week with Anthony winning round one. Looks like Richard Sanchez was in second, Travis Elliott third, and Adam Kilday, of course, won last season's championship. So, there's a lot at stake. It doesn't matter, you can win early It really all comes down to, can you make the Final Four? And can you beat the other 3 contenders in that Final Four? That's really where it comes down to. But first, you got to get into the round of 16. That's where it really starts.
Exactly, Josh. And the thing is, though, is, you have to make it through the round of 16, then through the round of 8. And, of course, if you win, you're in.
Yep.
But you have to, beat the other guys, and as we've seen even during the fall brawl, and last season, it's just a matter of where you're at when the big one happens, and we've seen it time and time again play in the championship races, in the Sweet 16, the Elite 8.
Yep.
Being at that right spot, if it happens on the last lap, and able to miss all of that.
Now it looks like qualifying fixing to end here, and it looks like Andy Brigante is going to grab the pole, kind of waiting for everything to kind of jump into the next session, the race session, before I pull Andy up here, because, everybody's still out on the track. But it does look like Andy Brigante is going to possibly grab the pole here.
And, just from what I was seeing, Andy Brigante has been running quite well, Josh, over the last several races that he's been in. Been real consistent, not having a lot of problems as far as track position and controlling his car. So he's due for a decent run.
Yeah, definitely, and it looks like we are getting into qualifying or into the race session now, so I want to go ahead and pull Andy up here. Andy Brigante, Medlock in the booth, got a copy?
Gotcha.
Hey, buddy, awesome job on grabbing the pole out here tonight for round number 2, man, at Dega. How's the track feeling, and, did the temperature come down any at all?
Oh yeah, no, felt really good. Felt really good. Of course, open qualifying helps some. So
Yeah.
It's nice to be on the pole.
Well, with you start up front, you gonna try and stay up there, or you gonna try
I think so.
You gonna try and stay up there? I was gonna say, you're gonna kind of fall back, or what your plans are, but trying to stay up front, man. Hey, that's I guess that's the game plan.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give it a whirl and see how that works out. If I see it getting a little crazy up there, I'll just go ahead and go to the back and ride around. Long race, 100 laps.
Yeah, 100 laps out here tonight. All right, Andy, we'll let you get to it, buddy. Awesome job on the pole here tonight, bud.
Thanks, Josh.
Yep. Right, Andy Brigante, like he is already gridded up here, so we're going to get him on the grid here. Andy Brigante grabbing the pole with a 51.072. Again, congratulations to Mr. Brigante there on pole. Kevin Free going to start on the outside of him in second. And Nicholas Wing third. Anthony English, last week's winner, is starting up there in fourth. Everett Lane, not to be confused with Stephen Lane, and no relation, he's going to start fifth. Rick Sanchez there in sixth. Ron Walter seventh. James Merritt eighth. Harold Rothery ninth. And Dwayne Corbett in 10th. Christopher Jordan, that name sounds familiar, in 11th. Mr. Shepard, there's Dana in 12th. Gary Bergeron 13th. Bubba Winningham, tonight's sponsor, start 14th. Shane Wilden in 15th. George Rincon. George Rincon there in 16th. Rob Connor 17th. Stephen Miles not qualified. He'll start 18th. Shane Ward 19th. And Aubrey Thompson 20th. Shane Posey 21st. Andrew Nanto 22nd. Mr. Workman, Zachary Workman in 23rd. Mark Mann 20th. Travis Elliott 25th. Christian Martinez 26th. Robert Hooligan 27th. Lynn McNeil 8th. So 28 drivers out here tonight. I think y'all had like 30 last week. What Bubba said.
Yeah, we had
so
32 last week.
Nice. Couple of good fields back-to-back weeks.
I'm gonna tell you, Josh. Last week was one of the best races I have seen on a Saturday night in a long time. A lot of patience being shown out there last week, and I'm expecting to see a lot of that tonight. Now, I know you were talking a little bit about the fuel earlier.
Yeah.
At 42%, early in the race, you're probably going to see around 15 laps before we see, if it stays green, for green flag pit stops. Now, they did stretch it out a little bit, 18, almost 19 laps, but guys were running out of fuel coming back to the start-finish line.
Wow.
So, depending on the situation, some of these guys may be pitting a little early as far as fuel strategy. I know a couple of guys were talking about when running in a certain group, there's always one guy that is like the master of the the pit stops. Can calculate that fuel in their head really quick. So,
well, the keys to victory, I think, would be to stay clean, find a drafting partner or two, and of course, you mentioned it, be patient. But how long do you be patient? Well, we're about to find out. Pace cars down and away for the first time here tonight at Talladega, round number 2 of the OP Super Speedway Unlimited Series. Here we go, folks. Boogity, boogity, boogity. We are racing here tonight at Talladega.
Kind of a slow start. Andy was really got a great jump there, but really a slow start on that outside line. But guys are still all lined up in the draft, and man, I'm going to tell you, though, everybody knows you lose the draft at these super speedways like Talladega or Daytona, you're done.
Yeah, and it does not take long. Kevin Freeze has got a nose out on the outside of the backstretch, coming into 3 already, and one of the longest backstretches on, really of the NASCAR circuits. And I think you got Indianapolis, and I think Pocono is the other one. But Talladega's backstretch here is long out of turn 4 here. Andy Brigante holding on to the lead. But remember, start-finish line is at the exit of pit road, and it's going to go to Kevin Freeze here tonight. He got that bonus point out of the way early.
I don't know if you noticed, but when Kevin dropped down that low line, you seen the 44 of Anthony English getting that side draft. It was so that because he had that that fresh air, he was going to lose a little bit of speed, so he side drafted off of Andy to kind of keep that momentum to allow the 5 of Sanchez to get on his bumper to help push him back up towards the front.
It looks like Sanchez right on the tail of the 44. And all these are the Xfinity cars, ain't they?
These are the Xfinity.
Okay, so I am going to go ahead and mention it because these cars, they do tend to heat up a lot quicker than the Cup cars or the, K&N or the ARCA. These cars don't like to cool off. You've got to keep air in those cars.
Yeah, and you'll see these guys, look out to one side and then look out to the other. You see Rick doing that now, kind of peeking to the inside. Now he kind of peeked to the outside. But what they're doing is they're letting that air get to the radiator and then get to the oil cooler to help cool down that oil temperature.
Anthony English got that last lap led. So, we got our first yellow here tonight. And it's a big one, too. George Rincon involved in this. I believe that is actually where it started with the 8 and the 947. Did he? Oh, bumper hooked him. Oh, right into the corner, that left front. That right rear, you just see that 947 get wobbly. Get a better look at it here as we get into our chase view. You know how I do it. Always got to look at it.
Yeah, it looked like Stephen Miles just try to bump him and got him off center. Of course, these cars still don't bump draft very well. That'll send even on a center bump, it'll still push you down to the inside or to the left, and that's exactly what happened. But he also hit him on the outside corner there.
And
of course, you had the 126 of Robert Hooligan, the 19 of Zach Workman.
Oh,
I
yeah.
believe that was also...
They're going. I think everybody else might have got 84 of Glenn McNeese, but I think, hey, George Wincon. I think everybody else managed to get through.
Well, you had a 3-wide situation during all of that, and those guys on the outside line on that third lane, nowhere for them to go when all of that happened.
And that's just how quick cautions can come out. That's just how quick cautions, can come out, especially at a track like this. So,
oh, absolutely.
Just instantaneous. If they're doing 190 plus miles an hour, you ain't stopping.
No, and these cars still they don't stop very well anyway. These aren't like your Formula, your Indy car. They take a while for these cars to stop.
It looks like, Kevin Freese had to back up into his pit box. Like Anthony English, Nick Wing, both missed their pit box. As well, Christopher and Andrew Danto. Interesting. Top 4 did not pit. They came down pit road. They didn't pit.
It could be several different reasons why. Somebody could have been right there that didn't allow them to get into their pit box safely. Or it could be strategy. They may just come in and take a splash of fuel on this next lap.
It could be just kind of stay out a little bit longer, yeah. But Anthony's got 2 laps, so he's already got the bonus point for leading a lap. I didn't notice that from the points, from last week. They get a bonus point for leading a lap. They get a bonus point for the most laps. And I also seen that they have a couple of new things they're doing this year, which is very interesting.
Yes. So they're doing a clean driver award at the end of the season. The driver with the least amount of incident points will be getting a automotive detail package. It's just kind of what it is. It's got some soap and some wax and stuff to make your car, nice and pretty. And Bubba Winningham was able to secure that for these guys. So that's a pretty cool deal that they're doing for the season.
That's going to be nice. And that kind of does. Okay, here comes Anthony now. Anthony, Nick, Christopher.
Oh, there's red light on the pit lane.
They didn't get a black flag.
It didn't?
No, they didn't get a black flag.
Huh.
That did put Kevin back up front, though, after several drivers come down pit road here. I mean, a lot of them. It was talking about...
a lot of them... Sorry.
A
lot of them will, because they'll be just topping off of that one lap. They'll lose a lap in pace on fuel percentage.
Yeah. I know some drivers, I don't know if they do it here, but I know some drivers, they would, under pace lap, they'll speed up, turn their fuel off, kind of coast, and then turn their fuel back on, and then, zoom back up, and then they'll keep doing it just to save fuel. And also, some of them clutch.
Yeah, so, shutting your engine off is one of the practices. I've even done that myself, trying to save some fuel. And, there is some guys that'll just clutch through and, they'll speed up, then they'll clutch and then kind of coast around. But the problem is your engine's still running, so you're still burning fuel. And to correct you on something here real quick, Josh, Pocono's front straightaway is the longest straightaway in the NASCAR circuit.
Okay, so it is the longest. It is the longest. Okay, so
yes,
I was Pocono, and then Dega or Indy?
Indy.
Indy, and then probably Dega.
Dega.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's one of the longest. I do know that. It's been a while. It's been a while. Almost, let's see here. What was it? Well, since February that I've done OP. So, well, here we go. Pace cars back down to the safety of pit road. Coming to lap number 7 into that restart zone. Once again, I do believe they have to go on green. So,
Restarts on the leader.
On the leader. Well, green's back out. Here we go, folks. Back underway here at Dega. So no jump there by Kevin. Like James Mayer coming from 8th to 3rd under that caution. Dana Shepard. Where's our Shepard fans out there here tonight?
Oh, Ginger's out there watching. She just ain't chimed in yet. I guarantee you. Just like Mara. Mara's out there watching. I know she is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like Dana coming from 12th to 4th. But, you know, we're early. We're only 7 laps of the 100 here. So we got a long way to go. They're going to file, though, a little bit further back. Hard to get that side-by-side action of brewing in the middle of the upper field here. Of course, you got that side-by-side still going all the way back to about the 9 of Dwayne Corbett, Anthony English, Travis Elliott. Travis coming from 25th to 15th.
Yeah, Travis had a good race last week. Of course, you know, we were talking last week, Joshua, about 18 seasons. One of the, if not the longest league in iRacing. And Travis was, well, he's an OGOP.
Yeah.
He was one of the original drivers for OP when they came out in season 1.
Many seasons ago.
Exactly.
Oh, look who popped into the top 15. Mr. Workman. And I know he's missed this one. Workman his way up toward the front. I have not said that in a long time.
That's it. You're banned from the Dad Joke website.
First time I did
Harold
that.
Rothery jumping out there in front of Andy Brigante.
Yes, he did. Yeah, the 600. That's a different number.
Green card.
That's a green car. That's a very green car.
And I gotta give a shout out to Harold. When I got my first OP win on Wednesday night, well, Harold was pushing the dog crap out of me to get me up there. And, you know, when the net code happened, it just so happened I was in the right spot, and Harold pushed me all the way through the front. Oh, Stephen Miles down on pit road.
Yeah, he just posted in Discord. He said session is messed up. Won't let me leave the pits because I had a meet. And he does have a fast repair, so something glitch.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's not good.
That is not good.
Man, I hate it for him because you know Steven, very hard racer, very good racer at that. 3 wide. 3 wide, 2 rows deep back here around Harold. Cars on the inside, that would be the 16, the 06, the 19, and well, the 13. That's old Mr. Zonto in the mix here.
Aubrey 126 of Robert Hooligan, the 600 of Rothery, and the 13 of Brigante going back out 3 wide there.
Aubrey Thompson in the 968. I'm not using these. Oh, he's got 13 on the car, but it's supposed to be the 968. It's all right. We know who it is. So.
Got one of our new drivers for Saturday night.
No, we got several of them. Battle up here, 3 wide, brewing up front. Here we go, the 126 leading the charge.
Man, that outside line, you know, it'll get the momentum about midway through the corner, and then they'll lose a little bit. So we see Andy peeking out to the outside pretty far.
It's probably
Gotta be
trying to get
careful.
air into that radiator. Yeah, get a little wobbly too. I wonder if Zonto's playing with his roller.
Well, I was told that he was supposed to be using a steering wheel.
Oh, okay. I know he got one.
He is falling back. Yeah, he got one. He just wasn't real comfortable with it,
and get a little wiggly up here.
A big wiggle of Shepherd almost up into the door of Rothery right there.
For Doran. Yeah. And no pun intended on that one, but
I know.
You know. But Kevin leading the way. You know, just because you lead all the laps, yeah, you're gonna get, you know, a bonus point for leading the most laps, and that's good. But man, you want to maximize those points. You want to get that checkered flag.
You do, and the thing is, though, is when you're out front, you really can't save fuel. You are pretty much constantly wide open, and you know, trying to get those guys behind you to stay close to you, mostly because you know it'll help you stay up front. But
yeah.
But being up front, though, like I said, you don't have that advantage of being able to go 3/4 throttle and having the speed.
A lot of 3 wide up front, though. That's really kind of why I'm staying up here. Yeah, they're racing back here, but they're mostly single file. They're side by side going on. Man, that 3 wide, even at Dega, yeah, 2 wide, you know, there's enough room if you do it right. Yeah, plenty of room. 3 wide gets a little hairy. Now, you put 4 and 5 wide at Talladega, then you're talking YOLO, you know.
Yeah, and, you know, 4 wide at Dega is really pushing it. Because, as you can see, these guys are really, because the draft model on these things are still not the greatest.
Oh, somebody's into the wall. Oh,
that's a 600 of Harold Rothery bouncing off the wall.
Oh, no, yep, and he fell all the way back, and he is just going to loop it down to pit road here, it looks like. Heavy damage, no yellow. They do get a fast repair, but is he going to be able to get down to his box without towing? It does not look like it. He does have a black beat ball. He's going to have to tow. Yeah, man.
Now, that's going to be probably a 5-minute tow, because
we can get a look at,
even though he was at the end of pit road.
Yeah, let's get a look at that real quick on a Maxspeed TV rewind. Kind of see here maybe. Oh, he blew his engine.
Oh.
He was following too close. Yep, that's exactly what happened. I heard it pop. He was following too close, and it just popped. Wasn't able to get air in it. Man. Yeah, I was just talking about that early on today.
Yeah, and you know, the thing is, though, is unless you have somebody that will work with you, you know, to swap positions. And when we start seeing our first green flag pit stop, you're going to, when the field spreads out, you're going to see that. You're going to see guys working together, and, you know, they're going to be, you know, just back and forth, just leapfrogging each other, you know, to keep the guy behind them cooled down enough.
We're in that window of possible our first round of pit stops, 12-13 lap stint right now. Harold Rothery.
I was fixing to say, you know, most of them did take fuel.
True. See how far they could go.
I'm betting somewhere around the 15 lap mark, the 15 stint mark. We're going to start seeing some green flag pit stops, Josh. I could be wrong.
But yeah, that's gonna be gonna be tough to say. When are they actually gonna come down? You're on lap 17 now. Everett Lane has led 2 laps, so he's got a couple of points going his way. Dana Shepard gonna lead that lap, gonna hold off Everett Lane. He's gonna grab a bonus point. Now we're seeing Zonto stick his nose out there on that outside, and he is all over the place right now.
And what's our track temperature
Oh.
at right now,
Look,
Josh?
114 degrees.
So it's still pretty slick out there, especially in the draft. If them guys don't, of course, they're unlimited tires. So
Yeah.
if they don't change tires, and that's probably where I mess up a lot, because I just don't take 2 tires. I've tried that on a time or 2, and it never worked out for me.
Never works.
So every time,
Yep.
never worked. So if I'm taking tires, I'm taking 4, because we see Andy Brigante pushing out to the outside now.
Yeah, I'm trying to get on
but-
that here. See here.
He's stuck out there and not able to get back down on that into that group. So we'll see what happens if he stays.
Yeah, there he is.
If he stays there, or if Zonto lets him back in.
Oh, he's right there with the 19 of Workman. Coming up on
Big wiggle up front.
39, Shane Ward. And going back up to the front, back side by side up here in 03 wide action at the moment. Mark Mann even, or nope, that is James Mayer in the 95. Mark Mann's up here too in the 04, coming back from the back of the field, 24th. James Mayer started in 8th, so Mark already peeking up toward the front early on. Up 20 of 100 here, still 80 laps to go. Roughly about an hour, about 9:30ish,
Yeah.
depending on cautions. I
I
say that with respect, don't get me wrong, because these races 3 wide as they come around the 1. That's Gary Bergeron, supposed to be the 10.
That's actually Jerry Bergeron, and if you look at the side of his car, Jerry. Yeah, I made that mistake, and I finally asked him, if it's Jerry or Jerry. He said it's actually Jerry.
Jerry, okay, and then he's running a Harley Davidson.
But if you look, it says 10.
I just see a 1.
Oh, it got removed. Okay.
Yep, I just see a 1.
But it did have a 1, and then had the 0 written in it.
Oh, okay.
Number.
Yeah, hey, that'd be cool. Dana Shepard got that played. Robert Hooligan and Dix on the outside now. Coming from 27th, taking over the lead. Wow. Good racing so far. Headed early yellow. Everybody's calming down, it looks like. Now is Robert going to be able to lead this lap? Oh, Dana Shepard peeked out. Oh, now he's going to get 8 up. No help. Hooligan going to try to hold on to it. Not going to happen. Mark Mann's going to steal that lap from him. I do believe. Yes, he did. Wow. And there goes Steven Tears.
Regulating your engine and water temperature is going to be crucial, as we can see what happened to Rothery there, popping his engine. Now I know last week, the track temperatures wasn't that high. I think we were in the 70s on the track temperature, which is not the temperature outside right now, because I stepped outside a while ago and I thought a tornado was hitting.
Oh, that wind is ridiculous. Here we go, pit stops.
What lap are we on?
Lap 22. This is a 17, 18 lap stint right here. Oh,
the 9.
9.
That is Dwayne Corbett kissed the inside wall.
A little rewind. Oh, yeah, he come in a little hot, locked him down, gave it a little hug. Yes, he did. He's trying to find friends.
Yeah, and you can see these guys were hard on the brakes and how much they were sliding. That's because the tires are just they're gone. You know, they're worn with these track temperatures being 114 degrees. That pit road entrance is slicker than snot.
Yeah, definitely. And here we go, Mark Mann leading the next group down. 4 wide coming down pit road. Oh, and the one gets taken out. Oh!
Oh.
Trying to find out who that is.
I think that might be one of our new drivers.
Shane Posey got a black flag. That's not good.
Unsafe pit entrance or piss entrance. Oh my God.
That's a new one.
I'm sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen.
That was Christian Martinez. They hit the inside one. I'm cracking up laughing.
Oh my God. Breathe, knucklehead.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. Okay. All right. I think I'm okay now. All right. Unsafe. I can't even talk. All right. So yeah, unsafe pit entrance. And then that was Christian Martinez hit the wall, and I'm crying.
Welcome to Maxspeed TV, where the two knuckleheads are back at it once again, folks.
Oh gosh. All right, a quarter of the way here tonight. Lap 25. Woo.
Oh, I don't know what to do with you, Joshua.
I'm beginning to wonder what to do with you now. Oh man. But that's live on Maxspeed TV, folks.
You never know what's going to happen.
There ain't no beeping that out.
No.
Oh,
There's not anything beeping that out.
mistakes happen. We've all said something. Trust me. Trust me, I have done it too. Kevin Freeze leading another lap. Does he cross the stripe? Lap 26. Like some drivers a lap down here. Shane Ward by himself, no help. Christopher Jordan 1 lap down, no help. And Harold Rothery is 2 laps coming around
Martinez.
Martinez.
Now, I will say something about Martinez. I believe last week was his first race. And, you know, he ran up front quite a bit, Josh. He really surprised me. And done quite well. Got caught up in that last big wreck and lost some positions. But, you know, very, very clean driver from what I see.
And that's what these guys want. They want clean, hard drivers. Yeah, you're going to have boo-boos here and there. You're going to have wrecks. It's super speedway racing, as we see Robert Hooligan starting to fall back here on the far outside line.
He was getting hot.
Yeah, he probably was. You know, you're going to have that. But they want clean, hard racers. You know, a little bit of door banging here and there. You know, just don't go out and purposely wreck somebody. Oh, yeah, they won't tolerate that.
No.
But you know, if you come out and you're a hard, clean racer, and you know, you ain't got to be the fastest guy out here. You could be the slowest guy as long as you're clean. They'd love to have you, and they are, I would assume, recruiting still. And another thing that I was going to mention out here tonight, as Robert Hooligan does come down pit road here, he just got another black flag coming, unsafe pit entrance here tonight. I made sure I said that right. They're actually going to be starting up a Thursday 87s. It's called the Thursday Night Thunder in the 87s. They're doing that is going to start in January. y'all are interested in racing in the 87s on Thursday, of course, hit up Anthony English on the Discord, Facebook. If you're on iRacing, send him a message on iRacing. He'll get y'all started in that. Get out there and get in some of those recruitment races, and that will be broadcasted. Still in the works, but more than likely it will happen right here on Maxspeed TV with myself. So I have decided to go ahead and pick that one up, Steven. So
That's what I heard.
yep. So yeah, 87s. Them are the original cars, folks. The cars we're used to seeing. Well, I'm not that old. Maybe Steven has seen them, but
Looks like Robert Hooligan has taken his car behind the wall.
yeah, he did. Oh, wow. He did not have a fast repair, so whatever happened, other than that black flag down pit road, I don't know. And they're going to be coming up on some like Dwayne Corbett and Shane Posey here, well as the 9. That's Dwayne Corbett, Shane Posey, and that is the 78 of Christopher. And they're getting out of the way.
Yeah, and Christopher has been running with the DEP, the depth guys.
Okay.
Dana Shepard and those guys. So
A little bit of 3 wide action as they did come around and put Wayne Shane a lap down. Getting a little squirrely up here. Well, it was. Now lap number 30. So,
I'm giving Everett a hard time here a while back, saying he was my long lost cousin.
Who, what, Everett Lane?
Everett Lane.
Everett Lane, yeah. Now, as far as y'all know, y'all's not related.
No.
You know, if it is, it's probably distant.
Way.
Way, yeah, way.
Yeah, way down the line.
Way down the line.
But yeah, as far as we know, we're not related. I just give him a hard time about it.
That is a beautiful paint on that car. I want to see here. Oh, yeah, fast lane racing. I know it's loud, folks. I'm sorry. Blowing my eardrums out, too. But that is a beautiful paint on the fast lane racing Everett Lane's car. That black and yellow and, red. I love it. I love it.
I was trying to see if I could see any
All right, back up here.
temperature stuff, but of course, being a spectator, you don't get to see any of that.
No, see, if you go cockpit, it's all stuck.
It's all static.
Yeah, it's all
except for the
static.
tack.
Yeah, the tack's not. You can see the tack, but yeah, man, I wish we could see the heat. Man, that'd be awesome to see, but we don't get that lucky.
No.
Got a message saying my smartwatch was charged that I'm setting down, so I only use it when I'm walking. Everett Lane, Mark Mann, Kevin Freeze, Rick Sanchez, Zachary Workman, Ron Walters. Now, I haven't really talked about Ron here tonight, but he has come up here, started in 7th. He's running about 6th in that number 90 car down on the bottom. And really, I don't know where you would want to be if you're, Ron, or if you're, Nick Wing or Sam, or, any of the drivers. Do you want to be on the bottom? Do you want to be on the mid lane? Do you want to be on the top? I guess it depends on how early it is in the run and how late it is in the race.
Well, and really it depends on how many you have with you, too.
True.
As you can see, Zach Workman was up there with Kevin Freeze and had the run going, but when Kevin dropped down, Workman loses it, and
wow,
he falls back 4 positions.
Yeah, Workman dropped it right behind Ron and right in front of Wing. I don't know, man. That would have been nerve-wracking for me. I don't think I would have done it. But, that's just something that you got to do when you're racing. As we see back here, the 983 of the 78 on the outside here. That's Wayne Corbett, Shane Posey,
they're a lap down, so
Yeah.
they're trying to get caught back up with that lead group. And then Christopher Jordan's 2 laps down. Ooh, Harold Rothery with the black flag down on pit road.
Oh,
right now.
no. We are about 12 laps, 11, 12 laps into this run, so we're getting closer again to pit stops. You know, I try to estimate the pit stops and, you know, what lap potentially though they would come down, and it seems like every time I do it, I end up jinxing myself. You know, we all know the broadcaster's jinx, or the Medlock Juju, as Steven calls it. You know, so it doesn't matter if I'm talking to a driver or I'm working, you know, some math over here. Something usually happens that messes everything up. I just assume not to do it, but I do have my my little yellow pad here. Little sticky notepad.
Well,
I want to.
like I said, I know at Daytona they were running 42% fuel.
Yeah.
And they were about 15 lap stints on a couple of green flag pit stops. They were coming in, and it was mostly just, you know, a fuel strategy runs. But you know, coming to the last laps, you know, these guys are really stretching that out.
Yeah.
You want to keep an eye on the 24. He is all over the bumper of the 25 right now, and he is going to have to be careful. As you can see him now poking that nose out there, trying to keep it cool.
You don't want to pull out too far, but you want to pull out far enough to where it'll cool down that engine.
Exactly.
I've already seen it once tonight. Lap number, well, 15 for some, 14 for others. So we'll see when they decide to start coming down pit road. We haven't, you know, unlike the last round, we had that caution to kind of, you know, help a little bit. So how far will they push it? And the draft, you can't save fuel.
Depends on, well, it also depends on who they're running with. You know, if you've got several guys that are running together, they may come up with a plan, you know, that we don't hear, which I'm surprised I'm not hearing any chatter.
Well, you have been broadcasting, so you probably have it turned off.
Let me see. Well, I had it turned on. Nope, I got it turned off.
Lap number 16 and 15 for some. Say that because they're only about a lap difference. Art Man has been out here 15 laps. The top two, first and second, have been out here 16 laps. So, you know, not much of a difference, but that one lap could make every bit of difference coming down to the end of the race. All it takes is one lap.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Coming out of 4. Yep, here we go. Pit stops. About 16 laps is what we've seen this time around. Kevin Freeze down pit road. Lane Shepard down pit road. Dwayne Corbett, Christopher Jordan down pit road. The door up. Go ahead.
I was looking at Rob Connor's car, the 00. I'm seeing him in an MTV.
Yeah, so
car
am
that
I.
looks pretty cool.
Yeah, man, that's old school. He's showing my age now. Music television, yep, man, that is neat.
We're gonna have some more pit stops coming up here.
Right, well, let's get back up to the front. Yeah, here we go. It looks like Ron. Whoa, Ron went around the yellow cone. Like Shane Posey got a black flag, or was it Shane that went? Oh, let's see here.
Shane got a black flag. George Rincon got a black flag.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I am shocked that some other drivers did not, but yeah, Ron Walter, Fox, Jerry, Bubba. Big shout out to Bubba Winningham sponsoring tonight's race. Chevyland, Travis Elliott, Rob Connors. Yeah, big group coming down. Still have not seen.
There we go with this other group.
Yeah, here comes our leaders.
Mark Mann, Rick Sanchez, Andy Brigante, Zonto, Shane Ward.
Markman. Christian. Yep. Let's see here. James Mayer, Anthony English, Aubrey Thompson, and Nick Wing, the last 4 to come down pit road. And they've been out here 18 laps. So it looks like about 18 laps.
Yeah, looks like our leaders, James and Anthony and Aubrey's going to be coming in this time.
18 laps on fuel. Hey, I did good. 12 to 18 laps.
Ooh, 3 wide, right
Yeah.
at the commitment cone.
There, Thompson, English, Wing, all down, as well as Lynn McNeese, who's got a black flag, and Shane Weldon also got a black flag. Man, a lot of black flags coming down pit road here tonight.
Looked like Shane had a drive-through, so that's why he come back down pit road. He come off a pit road and his flag cleared, so.
Strange. Never seen that.
A lot of times that'll happen is if they maybe hit that yellow line too much coming off a pit road, unsafe pit road exit, that'll give them a drive-through.
All right. No. Mayer, English, Thompson. Everybody back out and away. Mark Mann. Here comes that pitted about a lap ago, and they're already up to speed here. And Mayer, English, and Thompson are getting up to speed.
Mark is using that lead group to help close that gap on them after Sanchez and Workman was able to push him up there. Now they're coming around. Looks like Shane Ward right now. I'm sorry. That's Ron Walters.
Ron Walters, yeah, that's the 90. Yep, and everybody coming around Ron. Ron's just going to have to find a spot and get in. It looks like Workman's going to drop it behind him. Maybe help him out a little bit. That's the thing about Workman. You know, yeah, Workman's out there to, you know, win races and everything. Workman is on the lead lap, but, you know, Workman will help. Workman, he's good about helping. He's, you know, when I did race, and I raced a few times with Zachary, even if I was, you know, laps down, but I was in like in a pack and he was there, he would help. Yeah, you know, I wasn't going to win the race, but, you know, do what you can. It's still early.
Yeah. Seen Mark Mann jump up to the top line. Rick must have been getting hot up there behind him, so he moved out of the way so Rick could get some air and cool himself down. Dana Shepard now out front. Why am I not seeing him?
Well, now it's Everett Lane, as Dana just got ate up by Everett and Kevin, as well as Andrew.
I'm having to re-download paints. Hang on just a second.
Front row. Everybody out there in
Typically,
chat.
I see Dana.
Big shout
and the
out
Fat
to
Chicks.
you. Fat chicks, yeah. I don't think he's running it now, is he? Let me see
I
here.
thought he was.
No, he's running. Yeah, he's got Fat Chicks on it.
Dirty Air.
But Dirty Air. Yeah, all natural vitamin water, and then Fat Chicks on the back. Shocks and accessories. But yeah, he's got it on him. He's got it on.
Yeah, my trading paints is being stupid. Oh, I know why.
Earth to Steven.
Shut it.
Yeah.
Where is that at?
All right, lap number 46. Getting to that halfway mark here tonight. Let's go through the field here. Up front, we have Everett Lane. Second, Kevin Freeze. Third, Zonto. Fourth, Shepard. Fifth, Sanchez. Sixth, Mayer. Seventh, English. 8 is Aubrey Thompson. 9th, Zachary Workman. Nicholas Wing rounding out the top 10. Mark Manna in 11th. Going back a little bit further, Andy Brigante in 12th. Travis Elliott 13th. Gary in 14th. I still want to call him Gary. Bubba Winningham 15th. Rob Connors in 16th. Shane Weldon 17th. Shane is the last car on the lead lap. Ron Walters in 18th. Ken Con 19th and Dwayne Corbett 20th. Dwayne doesn't have anybody helping. Christian Martinez 21st. Lynn McNeese 22nd. Shane Posey 23rd. Shane is the last car that is one lap down. Christopher Jordan, Shane Ward 25th, and Harold Rothery 6th. And Ward is 2 laps down, and Harold Rothery.
I was messing around a little bit earlier, Josh, and after that update, I jumped in that new little off-road car that they've got. That little dude is fun.
Well, if it's not free, I don't have it. So
It's free.
Oh, it is free.
Yeah.
You know what I think iRacing should do? Now that everybody's kind of single file right now, we have a minute to top. They should have little RC cars you can get in and ride.
They'll drive around.
Yeah, drive around in RC cars. That'd be cool.
That's basically what this little thing is.
Or they had motorcycles or something. You use the steering wheel to turn it.
Yeah.
You know how difficult that would be?
Oh, man.
Them motorcycles, man, them things are quick.
Yeah, I was just messing around. I was bored earlier and jumped into the Dallara and hit the Chicago street course and was just playing around. Ran a minute 17 fastest time.
Oh, that's not bad. Mine would be like 10 minutes.
Well, you'd be 10 minutes at Talladega in one of these cars.
No, I'd be an hour.
An hour.
I'd do 75 all the way around it. I'd do 5 miles more than the pace speed.
Be like Ricky Bobby. What was that? Was that the other cars passing me?
Right. Coming up on lap number 50, folks. Lap number 50. We are about to complete the halfway mark next time by. Getting ever so closer yet again to another round of green flag pit stops. I think right now they're just wanting to wind down some of these laps. And I would too. You know, it's a long race.
It is, you know, and ooh, somebody's pitting.
Somebody's pitting?
Yeah, I think you.
I don't see.
That's Harold Rothery.
Oh, yeah, I do see that now.
Harold's going to go another lap down as the leaders come by him.
Yeah, he was out here 16 laps, so
Yep.
getting close.
He was trying to get around to get some laps back if these guys pitted, but
Problem is, being out by yourself, you're going to use, burn up more fuel.
oh yeah.
So, yeah, we've seen 18 laps on some. That's probably because either they were saving or they were, they're drafting with one another and saving fuel together. And that happens. We are, of course, over that halfway mark here tonight. At that halfway mark, lap 51. Couple of yellows here tonight. We'll go ahead and talk about them. One yellow. Said a couple, but only one.
Another not a great race, and I mean these guys have really stepped up their game. Of course, we do have a couple of new drivers, which we expect to see a little bit. As we see one of them now, the 726 there.
Finding Shane Weldon. There he is, right there. Yep.
Weldon.
He is a lap down.
He is. He's
Yep.
right there with the 83.
Yep.
I believe that is Shane Posey trying to get a lap back. But
Yeah, Shane is 2 laps down. He's trying to get at least one of them. They're coming up on the 84 of Lynn McNeese here. And I
Lynn's
know
staying
that's
up high.
I know that's Lynn because he always runs the Western Auto car, and he's always the 84.
Yep.
So I know that's Lynn. Now, if he ever changes it, then he's going to confuse. If he ever listens to the broadcast, I know what he'll do. He'll at least change his paint. I don't know if he'll change his number.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
Turn this.
Lynn, he yeah, Lynn's 2 laps.
Had to turn my chat volume down a little bit.
Blowing out your ears, huh?
They were just louder than you, which I don't see how that's possible.
I don't
but
either. I'm shocked on that one. All right, lap somewhere between the 12 and the 13 mark here on the stint. 13 to 16 here coming up. They're going to be coming up on some cars here pretty quickly.
Yeah, I was looking at that, and it looks like Everett and Kevin both been out here 15 laps. So, and that is the one of Martinez out to the top there.
Good Lord.
With the 00 of Rob
720.
Connor.
726 and the 83 and the 84 up through the middle there. Gosh.
Looks like we're going to have another round of pit stops on this next time by, Josh.
I love green flag pit stops. Separates sort of the field until everybody gets compiled back together. The 83 did get one of his laps back, but he is staying out. Here comes the leaders here. Lane, not Steven. That would be Everett. Evan Freeze, Dana Shepard, down pit road. Wow, just 3 of them.
Harold Rothery with another black flag.
Yeah, wow. They have found their pit boxes. Santo led a lap here. Dana Shepard, Evan Freeze, and Lane coming back out. Buddy coming down this time by from the front pack. Nobody
Got
else.
some more guys coming down.
Dwayne Corbett.
Looks like you got Jerry Bergeron, Eddie Brigante, Bubba Winningham.
That's at the tail end. Yep, here we go. Yep. And Travis Elliott.
Travis Elliott, and looks like the 726. Nope.
Christopher Jordan down pit road.
Okay, he's in a different car.
Oh, when they're spread out. Trying to figure out when they're coming down is a little bit difficult. It's gonna take me some minutes. Here we go. Now our leader. I would say our leaders, but nope, it's just our leader. Not coming down. That would be who?
See?
Yep. See. Yep.
Andrew Zonto.
Yeah. He's not coming down. Stayed out again.
He stayed out.
It's confused. Shane Weldon did come down though. It might be Weldon or Weldon.
That's a good question.
They flying up and around the 13 and the 51 here. Andy Brigante and Travis Elliott. They both go a lap down, and wow, Zonto, good Lord.
He made a hard left-hand turn. Now we got another group coming down here.
Haven't I seen
Rob
that
Connors,
one?
Ron Walters.
Ron. And Christian. Wayne Corbett has a black flag.
Yeah, I've seen that. I was just fixing to say that.
James Mayer out front. English, Aubrey. And Aubrey has been running great with these guys. Last week's winner, just a recap here. Anthony English in the 44. As we see Rick Sanchez coming down pit road. Mark Mann, Andrew Zonto. All down pit road. Anthony English, of course, last week's winner, looking to repeat. Rob, black flag. Oh. Wonder why.
Safe pit exit.
Oh, no.
Let me go back and see.
I would assume you went ahead and launched iRacing.
I did.
Yeah. Can't keep him away from it, folks. And here's our leaders. Mayer, English, Aubrey, Wayne, Workman.
Yep, that's what it was. He hit that double yellow line on the pit exit. So he's going to have a drive-through.
Oh, Workman is out of fuel. He is coasting to pit road. And I think he'll make it. But yeah, he's out of fuel. Wow. Out there 19 laps, so.
Well, luckily his pit box is right there at the back. So
yeah, he made it in.
he made it. Looks like he's getting left side tires only, so, and fuel, so.
Right, 4 to go here, folks. Rob Connors still has a black flag. Might have got one.
Did he get another one?
Yeah, he's going to have to come back down pit road. Oh, wow.
Let me look and see here. I believe that's probably going to be the same thing.
Might have been the same one, unless he had it.
No, he got it cleared.
Oh, man.
I'm looking to see. Huh.
Dana Shepard, Kevin Freeze, Everett Lane leading the way.
Might have got
here.
caught speeding on pit.
Oh, no.
Because he is in his pit box now. And
yep. That's going to hurt.
Made him stop. Oh, yeah. I ain't seen my buddy Derek Donna lately either, so I think he's been running only one night a week.
Oh, man. But you got three of the top three right here together. And just Add back. That's that group. Mayer, English, Sanchez, Man Wing, Thompson. A little bit further back from that, Zonto in 10th. Kind of sitting watching it a little bit spread out now. Do have a packs going on.
Well, fortunately, Andy Brigante, Zach Workman back here together, so they got some draft here. And you got Travis Elliott, Bubba Winningham, and Jerry Bergeron together.
All right, so just kind of basing it off Dana Shepard here. They last pitted on lap 54, so you about 18 laps. Got to put them at about lap 72-ish.
There's still at least a two pit stop race.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to have to pit at least times. Then after the 72 mark, it'll be roughly about 90-ish, lap 90-ish. That would be the final pit stop. Of course, cannot rule out yellows. That'll change things. That'll, set people on the same pace. A lot of things can happen.
Yeah, especially running in a group, you never know, if you don't, manage that temperatures. You could pop your engine. That can bring out a caution as well.
Dwayne Corbett has taken his car behind the wall. He's done. We've lost 3 tonight. Still got 5 drivers out there. Yeah, several of them were either one lap down or more, but they're still out there. That's points. Harold Rothery picking up a spot here over Dwayne Corbett. So Harold will go into 25th. Probably not the performance he wanted. He started 9th. Man,
no, I think Dwayne actually took the pole last week, too.
I'm just talking about Harold.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was talking about. Yeah, I heard you say Dwayne Corbett.
Yeah, Dwayne. He just fell back because he's out of that race. Yeah. Man, yeah, that's not the performance he wanted either.
No.
Man. Right, back up
See a
toward
little bit
the
of a
right. Everybody.
Coordinating action going on back here with Ron Walters of that group.
Oh, yeah, the 90, 726, the 06. And Gary, Andy, and Workman. James Mayer and company did catch the back of the 24 of Everett Lane, so we do have a bigger pack up here now. All the way back to the 84 of Lynn McNeese is a lap down. Yeah, that is. And the 13 of Andy Brigante. Oh, wait. That 2.
Yeah.
That would be Aubrey Thompson. right. Well, lap number 68. Top 3 been out here now, coming up on 14 laps. They're getting ready to pit here now. Now we're coming down toward the wire. Definitely still 2 more pit stops. This one and 1 more. You know, do you go ahead and just go as far as you can, Steven, at this point? Just, you know, stretch it out and pit as late as possible at this point?
Yeah, I mean, it's still knowing that, you know, it's going to come down to fuel mileage, but these guys knowing that it's going to be a 2 pit stop race left, you definitely have to take it as far as you can, especially for this one. Now, the next one, we might start seeing some guys slowing up a little bit, saving some fuel, but if they know that they're going to have 2 pit stops, I see them taking the next 2 just as long as they can.
Yeah.
And maybe pitting as a group with, you know, 15 to go. That'll definitely give them enough to make it to the end of the race.
All right, still single file. Not a whole lot going on right now at the moment. Just really just trying to keep an eye on everybody. They are giving each other plenty of room. Keep those engines. You get down to, you know, toward the end of the race, we're going to, you know, going to be seeing a lot more bumper to bumper going on. Going to be heading that 30 to go here momentarily. As Dana Shepard, Evan Freeze, Everett Lane, James Mayer, Anthony English, Sanchez, Mark Mann, Nick Wing, Aubrey Thompson, and Andrew Zonto round out the top 10 here. Not a whole lot at the moment going on. When is the top 3 going to come down pit road?
Here they
right
go.
now, as I open my mouth. Here they come. Shepard and Lane all down pit road. Came down at about 60. Got to put them at about lap 87, 88-ish.
Top 3 took fuel on right side or left sides.
Interesting. They will have enough. Yeah, after if they do it on the same run or the same run they did, that would have put them at about 103. That would set them up for end of the race plus a GWC attempt possible.
And we got some more coming in. Travis Elliott, Bubba Winningham, Jerry Bergeron, and looks like
Andy Brigante.
Andy Brigante.
I'm see anybody else at the moment. And they're going to be off and coming back out onto the track here momentarily. Made their pit stops, and they are on the apron. Anthony, Sanchez, Van Mayer, Wing, Thompson. One of these guys going to come down pit road now. And out here at about 14, 15 laps, so they could still go a couple of more.
Sounds like that group with Ron Walters, Zonto, Weldon, Martinez are going to be pitting this time by.
Okay. We'll keep an eye on it. And we do have somebody down pit road. That is Shane Posey and Harold Rothery, who just got another black flag. That is probably went in too quickly onto pit road. But Jerry has taken his car behind the wall here tonight. On Walter, Jane, and Christian, as well as Rob, all down pit road, as you said. Jonto is also down pit road. That's some good information. They kind of already had a heads up.
Jerry was running pretty well.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I don't know. And he had a fast repair, so if he had damage, I don't know. Don't know. All right, well, next week, man, I don't even have that pulled up in front. I'm fine.
Next week we'll be at the world's worst track.
Oh. IRSS.
Nope. 08 Daytona.
Oh, okay. Wait, that's not as bad.
Yeah, it is. That's a track from HE double hockey sticks.
Our leaders down pit road: Sanchez, English, Mayer, Mann, Thompson, as well as Wing, all down. Probably see that next group come down here pretty quickly. 08 Daytona. I'd rather call that race over and over and over again and then call IRSS over and over. I tell you that. I do not like IRSS. It's too long. Got 3 miles. That's a big track.
You could be calling Chicago Street Course over and over and over again.
Lynn McNeese down pit road here by himself. Man, that hurts when you got to come down by yourself.
Yes, it does.
I don't know what happened to Jerry, man. That's interesting. The only drivers yet to come down is Zachary Workman. Here he comes. Lynn McNeese is coming back out, and Zachary's coming down pit. Zachary was out there 17 laps. He pushed it. Lap 77. I would only put him to about 90.
Oh, Bergeron disconnected to packet loss.
Oh, no.
So he is actually coming back in.
Oh, no. And unfortunately, he's going to be laps down. That hurts.
Yes, it does.
I don't know what hurts worse. Mistakes on pit road or disconnecting due to packet loss.
I would say sliding down a big metal slide in the middle of summer.
Everett and Chad. No, you're not lying.
No.
I is the loneliest number. 1.
One's the loneliest number.
1 is the loneliest number, yep. And it could be I is the loneliest number too, you know?
It could be.
Man. Well, we're going to be hitting that 20 to go mark here in about 2 short, long laps. I know, that makes absolutely and no sense whatsoever.
That's an oxymoron.
Right? Short, long.
Josh is in Arkansas. He's like, what'd you just call me?
Can't be any worse than what you said coming down pit road, so, you know.
Hey,
Man.
pit stop, the other stop, the other stop, hey, it could go either way. I mean, it could be either or. I mean, just saying. I mean, these guys do wear diapers in the cars.
Some real NASCAR drivers do.
They have to.
And you're in the
could you
car
imagine?
3-4 hours.
250 laps at Daytona.
200 laps. Daytona 500 is 200 laps.
Whatever.
500 miles.
Shut up.
Matthew with Steven here tonight, folks. Don't do it.
Well, I mean, it also depends if green, white, checkered or not.
Well, yeah, but if they have that many, then a few or all of the NASCAR drivers need to find another hobby. Oh, man. I would rather watch grass grow if that was the case.
Be out there cutting the grass with a pair of scissors.
Exactly. Man, that 25 of Kevin all over Dana. Kevin's going to have to be careful.
Kevin's been doing pretty good about keeping some distance, getting some air. You see him kind of peek it out to the inside right there. Coming down the back stretch, he'll get close and he'll kind of peek out to the outside.
Everett Lane's doing the same thing, kind of taking that left side, not to the apron, but, you know, a little bit below the yellow, double yellow there. Can't pass, but now you can pass if there's a wreck or if, you know, there's some major issues going on the track. You are allowed to go below that double yellow line. I know in real NASCAR they allow it, but you just can't dart down there to pass in NASCAR.
You can't drop down to gain an advantage or a position.
Nope. Only under certain circumstances.
Correct.
You know, your safety is important. Well, a big shout out again to the number 6 Chevy Land car, Bubba Winningham, out sponsoring tonight's race. Talked to Bubba just a little bit before I went live, and you know he was aware of what had been going on. So you know, a big shout out, much love to Bubba. Bubba's a great guy. Love talking to Bubba Winningham, and you know, he doesn't live too far from me, far enough, but one of these days I'm gonna make that trip down to where he lives and surprise him at work. I think that's what I'm gonna do one day, just surprise him at work. That'd be about the only place I'd be able to meet him.
Yeah.
He's giving that 06 a shove here. And Santos got some steam.
Well, these guys, I was just fixing to say, I was watching these guys. They were, you know, doing the leapfrog thing, trying to get cooled off.
Side by side back here, single file up front. But let's get back here to Bubba Winningham and company, because there they are coming. A little bit far back, though. About 36 and 37 seconds roughly behind Nicholas Weems. 18 to go. We're going to go ahead and say it. They could pit now if need be and, you know, make it to the end. Now it's 17 to go. So they would have enough fuel, but I wouldn't do it.
I think we're going to see them come in about 15 or 12 to go.
Just to make sure. Zachary Workman, he's been out here 7 laps. he will have to come down again, guaranteed, but he's got to figure out a way to get that lap back. That's one thing about Zachary. I've seen Zachary down 2-3 laps come back and win the race. So,
well, he's fixing to get back on the lead lap. He is right behind the 83 of Shane Posey.
oh!
That could have been bad.
That could have been his night right there. Man.
Well, he's still got a fast repair left.
Yep. A lot of these drivers out here do.
You just got to be careful about getting too hot.
All right, 15 to go. Now that window will definitely open. For sure.
Well, I called it. We're going to see this lead group going in.
You think the 19 will come down too? Or do you think he'll stay out?
No, he'll stay. He'll stay out because he'll get his lap back once these guys go down.
Oh, there it goes. Here comes that lead pack. All right,
that puts Zachary back on the lead lap. So.
Yep. Kevin, Dana, Everett, all down pit road. Christopher Jordan also following. And yeah, Zachary Workman, Andy Bergante, both of them back on the lead lap. I gave the lead. I gave the lead up to Rick Sanchez. See, here I go. Oh man, I know it's kind of. I went and played cornhole Friday night just real quickly, Steven, and man, I was so sore. That was a long night. Came in third though.
Throw the back. Here comes Workman. Oh, Workman! I see smoke coming out of Workman's car.
Oh no! Oh, he blew it. And he's got a fast repair, but he blew it. He blew the engine.
But his pit box is right there.
Right there, yep.
He did use that fast repair.
Waited until toward the end of the race. Always a good thing. Sanchez, English, Mayer, Wing, Thompson, man, all back out, as well as Workman, who is again a lap down. How's it going to work out with him? Probably not.
Well, you know, getting to the end of the race, Joshua, guys are going to start being a little more aggressive, start making some moves.
Yeah, we could have that yellow, and if he's the first driver a lap down and not involved in it, guess what?
He's going to get back on the lead lap.
Yeah, it is a good timing, Everett. Yeah, he had to use his fast repair, but I say you're going to blow an engine, blow it toward the end of the race. We'll see here. Go ahead.
I heard them talking about a wreck. One car, and then it was two cars, and it was back to one car. So.
Oh wow. Shane Posey's going low. I wonder if he might have been involved in it. Can you go check that out?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, it was Shane Posey going low right now. So.
Yep, that's what it looks like to me.
Oh man.
Trying to see, I'm getting on the chase here to see if I can see what happened. It was a checkup. Oh, and then he got hooked by the 95 during the checkup.
Oh, no, the 95 of Rob Connors.
Nope, 95 is Jim.
Jim. Rob Connors is the doubles hero. Yeah, 95 is James. James Jims. James Jims. There we go. James Jims.
Jims?
Jims.
Wow. Now you're saying that. Talk about me can't talk.
I me can't talk.
Oh, man.
39, falling back. Shane Ward, several laps down, 5 to be exact. I mean, all it's going to take, though, is a yellow. And we're going to see several drivers, oh, definitely one for sure, Zachary Workman, not involved in it, back on the lead lap. Andy Brigante, who's also a lap down.
Oh, a block by Nick Wing on the 25 of Freeze.
Pretty wide action. Got some blocking going on. Wow. Well. 3 wide. Oh, wiggle there. This is where we're going to get a little dicey. These guys are going to push a little bit harder, as you said. Now we're going to have to definitely watch some engines. They still have got to keep that car cool. Bergman pushing the daylights out of Mark Mann. Number
5 going out,
yeah,
in front of Breeze there.
Rick. 9 to go, folks. They can make it.
Absolutely.
Staying up front, because this is where I think if we have problems, it's probably going to happen up here. Now the 5 moved back up to the middle line. Let's
trying to get some air into that 21 and Nick Wing.
Are they teammates? I don't have that pulled up in front of me. I'm going to have to write all that down.
Well, there's really no teams here, so to speak, but
they do have groups that
they do have groups. They're running in the same group.
Okay, so I know they have team names. I do have that information. That might be.
Oh, the 90 of Ron Walters. And the 21 gets turned.
Yep. Oh, no.
Single car.
No yellow.
Yellow's out now.
Yep, there is the yellow. Oh, Bubba Winningham, Anthony English. That's where the yellow came out. So I guess I'm going to rewind it here a little bit. With all the mayhem that happened with the 44 and the 21, 90, man, they were 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 wide there. Definitely 4 wide. Looks like the 21 was trying to go up in between, and then Anthony was just right there, hooked him, and then you go on to Anthony. He was trying to get back up on the track. Right there is the 13. Anthony gets off squirrely. It's the 51 loose. Anthony's all bent out of shape. He gets hit by the 78 and then right into the number 6.
Ooh.
So a chain reaction. And it looks like Zachary Workman's night might be done as well. He's smoking. Not what I wanted. Or is he?
I think he's smoking.
I think he is. Can't tell. Not from that.
I'm on him. I don't see any smoke.
Hey, maybe I was just seeing things. All right, well, we'll definitely keep an eye on it. We'll see here if he gets his lap back, which he should.
No, Andrew Zonto.
Zonto
Got the
did.
lucky, you know. Yep, he was ahead of Zach Workman on that.
Oh, okay. Well, that's going to put us at 5 to go. Kevin Freeze has taken his car behind the wall. Did have a fast repair left, but...
Yeah, it was something else going on.
Okay. Yeah, we won't get into that. That's not for broadcast.
No, he said he had to go to work.
Oh. That is coming up on 10 o'clock Central, 11 East. So 5 to go, under 10. Not going to bring anybody up. It's been a good race. Right now we're setting at our second caution here tonight. Last week they only had 1 or 2. They had 2 last week.
We had 2 last week.
Got 2 last week. So.
Again, a lot of good racing, a lot of patience being shown, Josh, this week as well. You know, that last caution was just a series of unfortunate incidents. I overheard them kind of chatting about it. The 90 car, Ron Walters, said he couldn't hear anybody. They was trying to tell him to go at a different position on the track. He never heard them. And, you know, it just, that's what, you know, brought everything into perspective here. It's unfortunate. I mean, you know, but it's part of racing. I mean, some guys just, you know, and not me personally, because I usually, if I'm driving, I usually turn my chat up a little higher so I can hear it over the engine noise. But there is some guys that run with speakers on their systems, on their rigs, and they just they don't have it set up right.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that's happened to all of us. All right, well, this is not a GWC attempt. They are still over that threshold, so it'll be green. It'd
Be a regulation GWC.
Won't even be a regulation GWC. The green, a lap, white, checkered.
Okay.
Yeah.
Robert Moyer Jr.
IG chat, how you doing? Not entirely sure who that is. Glad to have you. Oh, it's Ed.
Mr. DeBoer.
How you doing, buddy? Been a while.
Eduardo, how are you, sir?
Don't think so.
I said message retracted.
Yeah, that would be CSIG. My brother's asking, did my post get deleted? No.
Oh. Well, Ed, I wasn't going to, but I kind of felt sorry for Josh being up here by himself.
All right, here we go. This is going to be a green, a lap, white checker. Now, if we get a yellow, that will set up a GWC attempt. I do think they are up to, they're doing the unlimited. And here we go,
Yes.
Dana on the loud pedal. Good jump, but you're going to help him or hurt him. That's going to be the problem as we see that inside line. Start firing away here. The 24 now looking to the outside. There he goes. Everett Lane. Now Sanchez going to give that 43 a shove. It's on like Donkey Kong, folks.
We're seeing 3 wide. That
Already.
Is Zach Workman to the outside with Travis Elliott.
Yeah, both of them a lap down. All right, coming to the 2 to go mark this time. Yeah, I hate doing those two, but I really do. 2 to go here at the stripe. All they got to do is make it around. Oh, one more time, and they're not going to do it. Oh, man.
Well, here's the good thing for Zach Workman.
Yeah, he'll get his lap back this
Caution
time.
come out. He is going to be back on the lead lap.
Well, they are kind of sort of 5 wide back here. The 13, the 06, the 947, the 1 or 10, whichever one you want to do, and the 90. That did not work out the way I guess they intended it, because the 06 was right there, and well, it just started a whole chain reaction. The 00 going to get involved. The 84 going to get involved. A lot of drivers involved. The 600 is going to go across the grass here.
Christian made a pretty aggressive move, I think. Is who that was. Let me. Or no, that was the. That was the well, it's showing the 13. I think that was. No, it's not Shane.
See here if I can back a little. I can't. All right, let's see. Probably. I've got a minute. Go ahead, and that wasn't. There
That
is
was the Aubrey
Jerry.
Thompson. Aubrey Thompson made a pretty aggressive move.
Is in.
He jumps up behind the 95 and Zonto, it looks like.
Yeah, Aubrey Thompson. One on the car, supposed to be in the 968. Yeah.
Right into the 28.
Man.
Showing the
Wait,
28.
Aubrey Thompson is 13 car.
Right. He made a move
Yeah.
up to that second line. Zonto was right there. That was where we were 4 wide.
Yeah. Oh, I
and
see. Yeah.
Gets into the 28. Well, I show in 28. I believe that was the. Trying to see who that is.
On a chase view here. I can. And you got the 90.
That's the 947 of George Rincon. Zonto
Oh,
hooks him.
okay, yeah.
And
Yeah,
that just caused that chain reaction.
yeah, right there it was. Man. All right. Well, let's get back up to the front here. Get set up for a GWC here, folks. All right, GWSC attempt number 1 coming up here, folks. Are watching Maxspeed TV and the OP Super Speedway Unlimited Series Season 18, round number 2. Talladega is sponsored by Bubba Winningham, presented to you all by Maxspeed TV. Myself, Joshua Medlock, alongside Stephen Lane. He could not stay away from it. And says he felt bad, but I know better.
Little bit of both.
A little bit of both. All right, I'll give you that one. All right, lights are off. The 90 car is Ron Walter. That's the 90. Martinez. Baskin.
Yeah, that's the
That is.
the 909. He's actually in the 1 car tonight.
Yeah, he is in his pit box. All right, well, we're going to go green. Get back around. It'll be the white. Get a caution before the white. Oh, we'll do it again. We'll do it all the way up till about 15. I think that's the limit iRacing puts on.
Yep. No, Everett, I don't think the 90 started that one. I think that one was somebody made a pretty aggressive move, didn't leave enough room, and they were already 3 going 4 wide at that point. So
Everett, I'm going to blame it on you. That's your fault. You started it. All right, pace car is down to safety of pit road. And here we go, green, white, checkered attempt underway here tonight. Can we get back around? They're side by side. Surprised they didn't go 3 wide, Steven.
We are back here in the back.
Oh, yeah, I see that now, yeah.
Workman really trying to charge up the field. Now he's gonna
Yeah,
have-
oh, and he gave the 78 a shove.
Yeah, he's just trying to use the 78, get the 78 up there, and also use him to get him back up there.
Here we go to the stripe. No yellow as of yet. No yellow right now. White flag in the air. One more time around. Ever Lane got pushed out. Gonna come down to this lap. Who can bring it home? Can Anthony go back to back?
I don't know. We got 3 wide.
Yep. I don't know if they've got enough out there to get up there. I don't know if there's enough track left.
I don't think
Nope.
there is. They're
Here we
coming to
go.
the line.
Seen the outside work all night long. Can it work again for Anthony? We're about to find out. Cross the stripe, back to back. Anthony English wins it at Talladega. Wow. Anthony. Nick. It looks like Mark Mann be your top 3. Wow. Good night.
Dana Shepherd got slammed and pushed down into the pit road.
To open, man, Anthony is on fire to open up season 18. Wow. All righty, folks. Well, we know Anthony. He's going to burn it up here on the front stretch here tonight. Good win back-to-back for Mr. English here tonight. We're going to go ahead and get the top 3 up here for the Maxspeed TV post-race show and have a chit-chat with these guys real quick. And I've got to head out. So hang tight a minute, folks. We will be right back. Alrighty, folks, we're back. We've caught up with our top 3 here tonight. I'm going to do papers. Start here with Mark Mann here this. And there we go. All right, there he goes. The old 4 Batman, Mark Mann. Mark, how you doing out there, buddy? Great race, man. It was quite the show. I know you was up front. Well, I hit the wrong button again. There we go. You was up front for 9 laps. You started toward the back, 24th, as you have very well been known to do. Worked your way up toward the front pretty early on. You kind of was here and there, but, for the most part, you just kind of riding around, and then you came back up. You never looked back, man. Talk about Talladega, big wide track. Very hot conditions out there, and then the few yellows we did have out here tonight kind of set the stage for a few things out there on the track. Buddy, talk about it.
Yeah, it was one of those races, where we went about 94 laps green flag, and it basically came down the pit stops. It kind of had the flag feel on it early. There wasn't a whole lot of three wide. The new build on these cars was a little bit touchy. People were getting hot a lot quicker. So that first run, I knew I had to get at least up there in the mix and able to hit a good pit stop and stay with that pack. If you're not up towards the front on that first pit stop, if it goes green, it kind of puts you behind the 8 ball. So leading laps early kind of put me in a different fuel strategy than everybody else, which then I had to go more towards the back to save fuel. And it was just pit stop after pit stop after pit stop, just trying to execute those and stay with the pack, and made a move there late on that restart. Everything got a little discombobulated. I picked the low line. I probably could have blocked Anthony there for a second, but I kind of wanted to finish clean and see where we had all end up. After everybody crashed behind me, I knew that we were kind of done, and so it was just a matter of stay in line, don't cause any trouble, and get the best possible finish that you can out of it. And that's what we did. We brought it home third.
Yeah, great points night. Out here finishing third. You let a lap, so you're gonna have that going to you. Overall, just a great race. Not a whole lot of mayhem out there as these races are known to do. We go to Old Weight of Daytona next week for round 3. That's a little bit more, bobblehead, as my brother likes to call it, because, it's how bumpy it is. And, if we have the same track conditions as we had tonight with those hot, conditions on track, it could make it worse. How do you feel about going into round 3?
Yeah, 08's one of those tracks, especially with the B car, where people are going to try to utilize that third lane, but it doesn't work as good with these B cars. So I doubt we're going to get a 94 lap green flag run over there. But, stranger things have happened with the short fuel load that we're carrying over here.
Yeah.
I love 08. I've always liked 08. It's a super speedway. It's a racer's track. You gotta race the track a little bit. It gets a little bumpy, and when it gets hot and slick and you're in that second lane coming out of, turn 4, you're kind of drifting out of there sometimes, and it makes the racing that much more exciting. And it's a little bit more of a variety for, the mundane super speedways of regular Daytona and Talladega. You throw in 08, you throw in Atlanta, you throw in IRSS, and you kind of put together a season. And, it is winter, so
Yeah.
I don't have a whole lot going on the weekends so far. So yeah, I'll try to put together a season here.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely give it a shot. We always look forward to, seeing you out here. I'm glad to be back, with everything that's been going on,
Yep.
of course. I'm glad to be back doing all this. Steven held the reins for me, and he did a fantastic job doing it, and I appreciate him. And, everybody out there that, kept me in their prayers as I went through everything. So, awesome. Glad to be back. Awesome to see everybody out here racing again, and, seeing you out here doing Mark things.
Yeah. It's good to have you back in the booth, man. And Steven does a great job as well.
Yeah, he does. All right, Mark. Well, I know you got a few final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate your third place here tonight, buddy. So I'll turn the mic over to you.
Yep. Thanks to all the veterans and everybody who sacrificed their life in one way or another for our country. And I know today was Wreaths Across America, and Mara was up at Saratoga National Cemetery for her dad today, so that was nice that she did that. And I think Jimmy did for his dad as well at the National Cemetery. So kind of shout out to all that, and everybody who puts this on behind the scenes, everything Anthony and Bubba do, and everybody I raced with tonight. And special thanks to you, Josh and Steven, and our thoughts and prayers are with you, Josh, with everything that you're going through. And
Appreciate it.
we appreciate you, and hopefully everything is going to be okay for you here in the future.
Everything will work out. Rough time right now. I definitely, Mark. I do appreciate that, buddy.
Yeah, it's not, the old adage, it's not something you'll ever get over, but it's
No.
something that you'll learn to live with
Yeah.
over time.
Over time. It's going to take time. So.
It does.
All righty, Mark. We'll go celebrate your third place here tonight, buddy. We'll see you next week at the Old Weight of Daytona, man. We'll see if you can get 2 spots better.
Sounds good, brother.
Yeah. Thank you, bud.
Thanks.
All right, that is going to bring us to our second place finisher here tonight, Nicholas Wing in the Stacker 221 car. Nick, you led 3 laps out here tonight. Going to have some bonus points going your way. And a great finish here tonight as well, buddy. P2, man, started third up toward the front. You kind of combobulated throughout the race here tonight as well. Man, talk about your overall strategy, your race, pit stops, you know, safety in and off of pit road, you know, everything that you have to do to survive.
I was a little too conservative coming into the pits, so that would set me back a little bit. But with all of us being together, it didn't hurt me too bad. And last lap with English, and I think I got screwed up because the bumper just locked onto his car, and
Oh.
which sent me all over the place, which about caused everybody to wreck and me to wreck the 2 guys in front of me.
Well, you know, it worked out. You know, I know you really wanted that one place better, of course, you know, but, you know, it worked out. Nobody, you know, there wasn't a huge, massive wreck there. So, you know, that could have been your night. And I'm sure you would not have been, you know, too happy if something would have happened. But it all worked out for you. What was the toughest thing out here tonight for you as a driver?
Just not to get ran over or do anything that I don't want to happen to me, which usually ends up happening in these races.
Well, you managed to finish, you know, P2, buddy. Awesome job. And, of course, got some laps, you know, some bonus points going to you. Those laps led. You know, the 08 of Daytona next week, it's a little, you know, it's bumpy. You know, a lot of things can happen there. How do you feel about going into that one?
I don't know. Anything's gonna happen, but I don't got no confidence in that. It's gonna be just wait until it happens and hopefully avoid it.
Wait till it happens and hopefully avoid it. All righty, Nick. Well, any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate your P2, buddy?
Thank you guys for putting on the broadcast and all the sponsors and Bubba for everything he does.
All righty, Nick, we'll let you get to it, man. Awesome P2 out here tonight, buddy. We'll see you next week.
Yep, you too.
All right, well, that is going to bring us to our winner here tonight. He needs no introduction. Back to open up the season. Anthony English, buddy, the most important lap there, that final lap. First place, you got a lap led. Dude, how are you feeling, man?
I was actually super surprised because I didn't think, you know, the middle was gonna have the run, and then something happened to Everett, and the middle got the run. Mark got clear, and then Nick was pushing the hell out of me, and I didn't think we were gonna have the run, but then I really don't know what happened. I just know a lot of craziness happened, and somehow I escaped it all. And for the second Saturday in a row, I got lucky and escaped it all, and ended up winning somehow. I don't know. I still got to go back and watch just to see what all happened because it all happened so quick. Just I don't know. Just we'll have to check it out.
Man.
I just know they started dying behind me, and it's like.
Oh, I think, Anthony, you're more shocked than we are. You know, going into these races, and I know going into round 1 last week, you know, I don't think nobody goes into these races expecting to win. And, you know, when you get the first win, it's like, yeah, great, awesome, got the win. But then you do it again the next week. I think that's even a bigger shocker. It's like, what happened? You know?
Well, I mean, I won't say that I'm never not trying because I'm always trying at the end. But I had a 0x and I probably got this thing going on, and so I was trying to keep a 0x. And last lap, I should have known better. But yeah, somewhere in that last lap stuff, I ended up with a 4x and lost the 0x. But I guess it's a good trade. I'll take the win for the 4x. But yeah, I was just honestly just trying to stay clean, get a good finish tonight. I was more worried about working towards Bubba's end of the season little prize thing for Lewis Incident Boys.
Yeah,
that's where my mind was all night.
Yeah, the Clean Driver Award. I learned about that. I read it, and then David was, telling me a little bit more about it, and yeah, the Clean Driver Award, that Bubba's doing. So yeah, that's awesome that Bubba's putting that on, and of course, Bubba was the sponsor tonight for this race, but yeah, these tracks are not easy, and it's not going to get any easier, going into the upcoming races. Of course, next week, the Daytona 08's probably one of the hardest tracks on y'all's super speedway circuit that y'all run, just because of how bumpy it is. That throws really everything, into a different perspective on how you race. You're looking now, go back to back to back. What do you feel about 08 next week?
It's honestly my best track.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I guess it would be a toss-up between there and Atlanta because I really love Atlanta. But if you don't include Atlanta into the normal like super speedway stuff like some people don't, then I would go 08. I have more wins and stuff like that at 08 than most of the other places. So I will go do the same thing next week. I will run around, try to get a 0x, and see what happens at the end, I guess.
Let's see what happens at the end. That's about the best thing you can do. It took, a GWC here tonight, but, these, you never know what's going to happen when it comes to these races. You can, race, 100 laps clean, or you can, have a caution about every 6 or 7 laps. You just don't know. That's what super speedway racing is. It's a crapshoot. Anybody can win it. So, well, in this case, only Anthony English apparently can win. So,
No, anybody could win. I got lucky with missing all the crap the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, we'll see what happens next week.
That's what we're gonna say.
Yeah.
I mean, but it was a really good race, though. I mean, only 2 cautions, all those green flag pit stops.
Yeah.
I mean, that's some good stuff. I mean, it might be a little boring for you guys, but
Well,
it was a nice clean race tonight.
We had 3 cautions
okay.
tonight. Yeah. We had the 2 in the race, and then the one to set up the GWC.
And that final one.
Yeah.
That's
So
right.
yeah, 3 yellow still ain't bad out of 103 laps. So that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
That
Big
ain't.
shout out for Nick for the pushing at the end there too. I think without him pushing me wherever he pushed me to at the point before they started dying, I probably wouldn't have won that.
Right. All righty. Well, awesome job on the win out here tonight, buddy. Back to back. Of course, you already talked about the 08 of Daytona next week, one of your favorites. So we'll see kind of what you put on next week. Awesome job again, buddy. I know you've got a few final thought shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate another victory here tonight. So, I'll turn the mic back over to you, bud.
First, big shout out to you guys, Maxspeed, Steven, and Joshua. It's cool seeing you both up in there tonight. Really heartfelt night for you, probably. So, it's awesome to see you here with everything going on. All OP is, supporting you with you and your brother Jeremy with everything that's going on and your family's stuff right now. So. Big shout out for you being here, Steven, helping out, doing what he does. Everything Maxspeed has done, you with Jeremy in the background stuff. We appreciate it, and we wish you guys the best. All the admins for what they do, Beba for what he's been doing since he took over. It's one of those 3 words, I think. But yeah, big shout out to Bubba since he took it over for what he's doing. It's been great, good fun race in the last couple weeks, I should say. All the other admins for what they do, helping out and all that jazz. All the team guys tonight. We tried to play the long game, just ride around all night. Just ride around all night talking, and that's pretty much what we did. Ended up kind of working out. We got some good finishes between me, Nick, working Jim, sweeping the podium and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. Santos heading back to the 6th. He was close. He was close. Sanchez should have been up there too. I don't know what happened. I think he got a flat penalty at the end. I think it's actually going to get. I think he actually is going to end up finishing something like 5th or 6th or something like that. But good finish for him too. Who sponsored tonight?
Bubba.
I know. I should know. Was it Bubba?
Bubba.
Big shout out to Bubba. Big shout out to Bubba for sponsor tonight. him and probably Chevy Land or something related.
Yeah, it'd be Chevy
Uh,
Land, I would assume. Yeah, I never
a
got
big shout out
the
to all those
post
guys.
on it, so I just figure it would be Chevy Land. So
Yeah, it's a big shout out to Bubba Chevy Land for sponsoring tonight. Everybody else has been sponsoring some weeks on Saturday. I do believe we have 3 or 4 nights left over if you're interested in helping us fully broadcast our Saturday stuff. And yeah, I think that's about it. I won't go too long tonight. Yeah, big shout out to everybody watching too. My beautiful girlfriend for dealing with my son Aaron. He was sick tonight. He had 103 temperature earlier, and it's back down to 98 and stuff. So it's back down to manageable things. But yeah, I had a little bit of a scare before the race with his temperature and all that jazz. So big shout out to her for taking care of him and him. Hopefully he gets better and all that jazz, and everybody watching at home and stuff.
Alrighty, Anthony. Yeah, we appreciate it. I'm glad to be back, man. Calling these races, getting loud and blowing out Steven's ears. So, awesome win again tonight, Anthony, and that Fox racing machine, buddy. Oh wait, next week. I guess we'll see you then. See if you can go back to back to back, buddy. Awesome job.
Thank you much. I probably won't, but thank you much. I'll try. Just for you, I'll try.
All righty, Anthony. All righty, but
All right, later, guys.
later. All right. Well, that was Anthony English here tonight. Our winner, back to back, man. What a race! What a race! And you know what? What a good 2 weeks for Anthony. Grabbing 2 wins. Of course, Steven, you were here for both. You were here last week for his first win of the season. Started off, and you were here tonight. Maybe you need to come up a lot more for Anthony. Maybe he could just win them all this season.
Well, apparently I must be Anthony's lucky charm or something, because he has been on. In all reality, though, I mean, even last season, Anthony had. I think he had the most wins last season. Had the most wins during the fall brawl. So it's crazy at the skill level he has and what he can do out here on the track.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. And as I said it before, and I'll say it again, these races, man, you just don't know. You come in to the race and you'll be like, you know what, I'm going to do the best I can. Next thing you know, won the race. Or next thing you know, you're out before lap 10. Anything can happen. And Anthony's proved that here in the first 2 races of, season 18. Just think 18 seasons ago, this thing got started at one of the longest, if not the longest, super speedway league on iRacing, and they're still going strong. And gotten to know these guys over the years, and great group. So
absolutely.
But go ahead and run down through our unofficial results here, depending any admin stuff they have to do here tonight, Steven. So, Anthony English grabbing another win here to open up season 18, back-to-back wins. Good job again. Going to Anthony English out there. Nick Wing going to finish in second. Good points died for him. And Mark Mann in third. James Mayer or Jim, however you know him by. I know him by James. So they're in fourth. Zachary Workman did come back up and grab a top 5 in fifth. So good work for Workman. No pun intended there, but I guess you could take it at that. Andrew Zotto in 6th. Aubrey Thompson, good finish for Aubrey in 7th. Everett Lane in 8th. Travis Elliott 9th and Eddie Brigante 10th. Bubba Winningham, our sponsor for tonight. So, another big shout out to the number 6, Bubba Winningham. Great guy. Coming on board sponsoring tonight's race. I wouldn't be surprised if he had sponsored some more here this season. And, of course, Bubba doing that clean driver award or something like that. I guess that's what you call it.
That's what it is. That's what they called it.
Yeah, clean driver award. So again, a big shout out to Bubba, on securing that one as well. Dana Shepard, going to finish 12th here tonight. Rick Sanchez 13th, Ron Walters 14th, Lynn McNeese 15th, Shane Wildham 16th, George Rincon 17th, Christopher 18th, Rob Connors 19th, Shane Ward 20th. Jerry Bergeron, 21st. Christian Martinez, 22nd. Kevin Freese, 23rd. Harold Rothery, 24th. Shane Posey, 25th. Dwayne Corbett, 26th. Robert Hooligan, 27th. And Stephen Miles going to round out the 28-car field here tonight. But again, our winner here tonight, Anthony English. Back-to-back wins for Anthony. Big shout-out to you again, Stephen, for covering for me throughout, the tenure. And you joining me here tonight, I know you can't stay away from it. So, again, a big shout-out to you. Coming up here and helping me here tonight in this 100 lapper at Dega. I think that's one of the longest Talladega races I've called. So, usually it's 94. But it was a great race. Great race overall. I can't wait to see what they do at Daytona 08 next week. So, and most importantly, big shout out to all the fans out there that tune in and continue to tune in each and every week right here on Maxspeed TV. We do appreciate each and every one of y'all. So, keep coming out, share it, get it out there. Social media, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, MySpace, if you still have it, LinkedIn, put it on Indeed. I don't care. Get it out there. We'd like to see some, a lot more people out here watching these races. And, of course, a big shout out to OP themselves for putting on a great league. 18 seasons, that's a long time. So,
It is.
I don't know if I could do it. I really don't.
Well, you've been here for a majority of it.
Right. Yeah, since 2016. Of course, I had the hiatus here at the beginning. So, but yeah, been here, been with them a long time. So, that's gonna do it here tonight on Maxspeed TV. Myself, Stephen Lane, OP Super Speedway Unlimited Series Season 18, round number 2 here tonight at Talladega. Again, our winner Anthony English. Daytona 08 next week for round 3. And, of course, Tuesday night, SERL. Guess where we're going to be? Talladega. Talladega. So, you know what I miss is some more high-banked action there. And we might even have some of those stops that Steven said here tonight. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. So, I'm not going to let you live that down. That's going to do it here tonight on Maxspeed TV. Thank you again, everybody, for tuning in. Until next time, stay safe. Thank you all, and have a good night.
Maxspeed TV, full throttle run, broadcasting